Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's Alexander Hilly123 here, and it's time for a new video. And as you can see from the title, as you can see from the video in front of you, and as you can hear from the Shokan laughter, today I am playing Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and this is the subpar Sega Mega Drive Genesis version, as we get some deep Mortal Kombat lore from our boy Raiden. And I remember back in the day, ladies and gentlemen, I asked for this game and I got the first game instead. I remember being disappointed. This is when I was 6 years of age, back in 1996, the year when I got my Sega Mega Drive. And I don't even remember, looking back, how I even knew about the series in the first place, because I'd never played any of the games. I must have either seen them or seen someone else play them. And because it was relatively brand new, I wanted this game. I got the first game, which I'd seen my brother play many years earlier when I was like 3 or 4. So I kind of remembered it. But I got the first game and I preferred it anyway, looking back. And yeah, I do prefer the first 2 Mortal Kombat games to this one. This is not a Let's Play. This is not a full playthrough like I did for my channel. If you're watching this as I, actually release it in 2024, you'll have seen that I've just uploaded Mortal Kombat 2 as a full Let's Play. This is not going to be that, just a one-off video playing and talking about the game. I also want to go off on a tangent. When do I not do that? But I want to talk about a few things that have been going on the internet recently in regards to emulation and the fan base clamouring for a classics collection of the old Mortal Kombat games. As you can see, put it on easiest difficulty. This game's AI, if you thought Mortal Kombat 2 was ridiculous, this game notches it up massively. But the thing is, back in the day, most Mortal Kombat fans will know this, but I used to do this on my channel by the way, I'm going off on a tangent here, but I used to do these one-off videos on my channel back in like 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, up until when I got my capture card, and that's when I started doing videos on modern games as well. But I used to do one-off videos, giving information about a game, showing you guys gameplay, and that was quite simply it. And that's what I'm doing today on a series that I love, or the old series anyway, 1, 2, 3 and Trilogy. But the original Mortal Kombat 3 was released for PlayStation 1, but Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 wasn't, because Mortal Kombat Trilogy exists. Does that make sense? Because that's how much of a clusterfuck it was back in the day. Within the space of like 18 months, 3 games were made, when in reality probably only 1 should have been made, maybe 2. But obviously they released the original Mortal Kombat 3 without Scorpion, any of the ninjas. The game was a bit subpar, so they re-released it as Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 to appease people. But because Trilogy was being made, PS1 didn't get that, but I think Sega Saturn got both. But Mega Drive, I think, only got Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, but not 3. I can't remember, but it really is a clusterfuck, to say the least. And looking back, for me personally, I'm not overly keen on this game, but I'm very bad at it. You thought I was bad at Mortal Kombat 2, well, I completed it obviously as Reptile, and I know how to play 2, I know a lot of the special moves. This game, they added a run function, and they added brutalities and animalities. And granted, I don't really know the buttons for the characters, the fatalities, any of that shit. Pretty cool roster here on Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. We've got some added characters, Sub-Zero's back, Reptile's back, and a few others, Scorpion of course. But listen to the music as well. It sounds like a Game Boy or something to me, this. Don't make me laugh. You will die. Superb. Yeah, the audio, not as good. The gameplay isn't as good. I'm comparing it to Mortal Kombat 2 here, by the way. I'm not comparing it to the same game on other consoles. Oh, she's invulnerable when she does that. But obviously I'm playing this on emulator, but I don't think it's got anything to do with the emulator. There's just a weird kind of lag, and I think it's just the game. I did play this back in the day when it came out, but not much. I think I borrowed it, played it for a limited amount of time. I did have the Mortal Kombat trilogy, which I absolutely loved, and it's night and day difference for me between this and Mortal Kombat trilogy. As a very, very casual fan. But I don't know if it's something to do with the emulator, but like I say, there's a latency issue, there's a lag, kind of like you're playing on a shit connection online. And it just feels horrible, man. And the AI, Christ almighty. Smoke. I can't get past the 4th fighter. Jade is always difficult regardless of whether you fight when you fight her, but I don't really want to... Oh, nice. Smoke's awesome, man. I don't really want to get good at this game, get better. Not get good, but get better. Get competent. Because of the performance. And anybody out there who knows, oh nice, this game better than me, please tell me, was there a... I know that the Mega Drive version didn't get great reviews. Feels something off about this game, and this is Ultimate, this isn't the original Mortal Kombat 3. Now, I did have planned a separate playthrough of this, the original Mortal Kombat 3, which I do a one-off video and compare and talk about it all, and then Trilogy. Oh, I'd love to know what the pit fatality is, but I don't know, guys. My apologies. Kano. Kano looks better in his red and black suit. Like a bald, bloody Dennis the Menace. Cyrax in the back. What I will say about this game, one thing that I really do like, some of the stages are still awesome. We're on Earth here, of course, in the 3rd game, and that tends to happen where they don't get frozen by your ground freeze. The opposite of how it was in Mortal Kombat 2, where they'd always get frozen by the ground freeze, but not the normal freeze. In this game, it's the opposite. Oh, nice. Superb. But yeah, I had plans to do a one-off play for Mortal Kombat 3 and Trilogy as well as this, but I can't now, and that is because, as I had already mentioned in Mortal Kombat 2, I am emulating this, and the place where I get my emulators from, Vimms Lair, has actually essentially been, for all intents and purposes, closed down, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that the gig is up for emulation, and these... Okay, no, please. And these companies, they're not happy that people are playing these games. Nobody's making money from these games anymore. Ooh, it's a big rivalry. Scorpion. Yeah, nobody's making money from these games anymore, but it's not stopping them. Sega and a few other big companies have told Vim, you know, take our games off your platform, please. Now, of course, that's not it for emulation entirely, but it's one of the best places out there. Look at the AI. Look at the AI. It's fucked. Brutality, superb. You will die. And I saw a Reddit thread about Vimms Lair getting shut down, and someone else was saying, oh yeah, I've got this other website, but I did get a virus, and it's like, yeah, okay then. I'm not interested, dude. Of course, there might be other websites out there, but it's sketchy as fuck as it is. You know, you want to buy this game? I had a look. It's kind of hard to buy this game. There's a place called Chill Out Games, which is actually close to where I live. Their actual base, the factory, if you will. The department, whatever you want to call it. And they don't even stock Mortal Kombat 3, and Trilogy costs like 20 quid, so the second-hand gaming market is not cheap, and okay. It's hard as fuck to play these games. Why we want a collection? Like I say, I can't be bothered replaying this game and getting better because of the lag and the latency issue. It doesn't exist on Mortal Kombat 2 32X, so for me, this might be a problem with the actual emulator itself or the game. I don't think it's the emulator. As you can see though, the AI here is fucking insane. Absolutely ridiculous. Especially with that jump that he keeps doing. He's blocking everything. It really doesn't help with this delay, which there is. There is a delay. And we're getting the brutality. It's kind of weird saying it now after that brutality, but when you look at a lot of the fatalities in this game, I'm actually going to let the timer run down, guys. I'll tell you why in a second. But if you actually look at a lot of the fatalities for this game is a lot more arcadey and cartoony than the second game. And looking back, I think they did that to try and ward off the controversy about the violence and all that kind of shit. But some of it is just daft. If you look at like Kung Lao's hat decapitation fatality, for example, the hat goes like left and right across the screen multiple times as it takes different body parts off, and yet the character who's being killed will scream every time, even though the head's already been taken off. It's just so stupid, it's beyond belief, and it's a little too silly for me. And yeah, I prefer 1 and 2 to Mortal Kombat 3 and Ultimate. I think 3 and Ultimate, both of them are the worst out of 1, 2, and Trilogy. 2 is the best, and Trilogy than the original. 3 and Ultimate, just not great. But is this me against a computer? How does this work? Oh no, it's not, look. Well, this is a good way to actually practice, isn't it? Because you actually lack this in Mortal Kombat 2. So we can place 2 characters here. I love this kind of shit, the tag team stuff. And I think you can do 4v4. I think that's what that other mode was. I'm not quite sure. But is this going to auto pick or not? I've not got a second controller in. I do have another Xbox controller. I'm not going to hook it up for this video, but it doesn't look like... Oh, it is. 2 noob cybots. So that, yeah, this is a good way of practicing beating the shit out of the
Round 1, fight.
The opponent here that's not going to fight back. You can get a bit of practice in. Still got the force ball. See how that missed then, that uppercut. But yeah, good for practicing fatalities and all that shit. Another thing, as it just pops up on the screen, is the combos, which really do reward you if you know the buttons in and out. What that means though is it's harder, I think, for noobs, pun intended, to win. If you're a noob and you're playing against someone who knows 3 or 4 different combos, because I think each character's got quite a few, I think. I might be wrong there. Oh, it plays Scorpion now for the second round. That is sick. Didn't know that. Is it the same fatality here? But it's not. It's even hard for me to pull off special moves. But yeah, not knowing the combos puts you at a disadvantage. I don't mean to complain about that. If I could play this legitimately, then... No, it's not the same. Okay, no.
Flawless victory.
But it is going to be pretty slow, because as you can see, it's just going to go to game over now, I think, immediately. Because obviously I have no ability to press start to continue. That's continue spelled with a K, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and then it just puts you in single player. This is cool. I like this. How you got novice, warrior, master, and another master. Outstanding. I wouldn't like nothing more than to get into this game. I know the AI is completely fucked, as Mr. G-Star would say, but I'd love to get better. I would as part of the collection, but the collection is not playable for me now. I was in the stream on Twitch of someone playing the newly released GOG version of Resident Evil, and there was also a Mortal Kombat fan in there just saying that there were new, fresh off the press rumours, ladies and gentlemen, about a collection coming for modern consoles, PC, etc. Let's hope it's true. But I think, to be honest with you, this particular game and this particular version, one of the reasons it's not great, to be fair, is just because it's the Mega Drive version, and at that point, it was all about the PlayStation and the Saturn and whatnot. But does that mean that it should play worse than the original Mortal Kombat 2? I'm not just talking about the 32X version here. This plays worse. I'm going to let this run down again. Than the original Mega Drive version. It sounds worse. I don't think it's a great game. And now that Vimms Lair's gone down, the website is actually still there, but when you click on a ROM, it says something along the lines of whatever company name it is, and then they've told me to not allow this game to be played or something. You can't download it, etc. And I'm just thinking, well, to be honest, dude, you may as well just close the freaking website down. Yep, the gig is up for emulation. 8-player tournament combat. Oh man, can you imagine this kind of shit? 8-player online and everyone's a certain player. That would be amazing. If you are as much of a noob in Mortal Kombat as I am, and you're not a hardcore fan, then ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, there are these things called Mugens on the internet. Fan-made projects where you can play all sorts of different Mugen games. Just picking some of my favourites here, ladies and gentlemen. Like, these people have put in some fresh lore, tons of different characters, new fatalities, all sorts of stuff, and it's so damn cool. Look at Noob Cybot here, and his ass kicked. Oh, look at this! Now, I didn't even know this existed. That is pretty cool. Ah, awesome. If you look at all the MK logos at the bottom there, they I can't remember how to do them, but there are certain ones that you can pick that will affect either the gameplay or, you know what Mortal Kombat's like if you're a fan. Loads of little different silly Easter eggs and stuff like that. Really cool.
Flawless victory.
Oh wow, it's only one round? Okay, well I'm playing this until 30 minutes are up and we're nearly at 20 minutes, so let's keep going, I guess. Just a one-off video, guys, not very entertaining, and I do apologise, but we're trying to will into existence. Look, down back. Am I pressing the wrong? Oh, okay. It's high punch to teleport, not low punch. Yeah, we're trying to will into existence this collection onto modern consoles. Apparently there's a guy who works for a company that people believe are working on it already, and he's put out some tweets that suggest it's happening. Let's get this shit popping off. I'd prefer remasters personally than a remake, because you couldn't guarantee that it'd be as good with a remake. You really couldn't. Yay. Oh shit. I used to love the robots. I haven't played this game in a long time, that's why I'm so shit at it, but I do remember a few of Cyrex's moves, and I love his fatalities, including ending the actual world, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you heard that right. And killing himself and his opponent in the process, where he just starts malfunctioning and whatnot. It's fucking hilarious. So silly. Some of the silly fatalities are cool in this game, but some are just ridiculous. I like Kano's, where he just pulls the skeleton out. Some of the darker ones are, well, they tend to be the best. Dun, dun, dun. Even if you look at like Reptile's acid spit, this game feels faster than default Mortal Kombat 2 on the Mega Drive. But I think the sprites and the graphics are worse and smaller. I think you can just see that the thoughts weren't with the Mega Drive version at the time. Just fair enough, I could be playing the PS1 version if I had the emulator for it and saying nicer things about it. But in a fighting game, you can't really have lag and latency. I don't know if this is just a thing with the emulator, like I say, or if it was a common issue. Not sure. Love Melina's roundhouse kit. That is sick. It's one of the best in the series.
Flawless victory.
But like I said, this is a good way to practice. If you're shit at the game and you want to start getting into the controls and doing fatalities and whatnot. Cyrex and Reptile.
Round 1, fight.
This is, of course, one of the stages where you can knock your opponent onto the train tracks. And then in true ridiculous... Oh, I forgot the moves now. In true ridiculous Mortal Kombat fashion. Oh. The character will just stand up as the train comes.
Flawless victory.
But yeah, I think Mortal Kombat Trilogy itself is like 25-30 quid in this country now, and that's second hand, and it's such a pain in the ass to record it.
Round 1, fight.
On my PS2 and using the capture card, etc. Hey, it looks like we're winning this shit as Melina. She's one of my favourites, ladies and gentlemen. Ultimate waifu.
Outstanding. Flawless victory.
I don't think you get finish-ims. Melina is the ultimate MK champion. The stomach is growling, ladies and gentlemen. Had some lamb for tea today. You have discovered the lost treasures of Shao Kahn. Choose your reward wisely. So it says choose your reward wisely. However, we have absolutely no idea what any of these are. We get some fatality demonstrations. Let's see what we think of some of these. That was okay. This is a classic, of course. That's cool. Any that an enemy becomes a skeleton. Pretty cool. Look at the way Kano's body just falls though. It's ridiculous. That's different. Okay, cool. That's cool. Love that one. Alright, I mean, I'm quite easily pleased compared to other people. Oh yes. That's legendary shit. Sit down. The cast of characters. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, just to reiterate, this is Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Initially, with the original Mortal Kombat 3, they took away all the ninjas and a few other favourite characters. I cannot remember if they took any away from Mortal Kombat 3 for Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I think I remember I think Shiva was taken away with shit from this game. And everyone was like, that's not really an issue. Or am I right in saying that? I guess we'll see here. Yeah, I don't think Shiva's playable. But is she playable in Mortal Kombat Trilogy? I was actually gonna perhaps download Mortal Kombat 4 from Vimms Lair, but now it's gone. I'm not going to. Regardless if there's other websites out there I'm not really arsed. I'm sure there might be a few other websites that have a good reputation like Vimms Lair, but the suits are coming for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, the suits are coming. And they're not happy that you're playing 30 games. Right. Brian Glenn, don't make him laugh. But for me, Mortal Kombat 3, regardless of the version that you're playing, it just isn't as good as the first 2 games. With all the classics, I think Mortal Kombat 2 seems to be people's favourites. Now, for some reason, I'm pressing buttons here, and I don't know if I'm making these noises happen. Perhaps I am. Don't know. Well, I'm going to stop pressing buttons now. Oh yeah, the noises have stopped. So I must be making them happen. Holy shit. These are the kind of Easter eggs we loved back in the day. But yeah, basically that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Just to tell you guys, coming up in the channel in a few weeks, talking about classic Resident Evil, we're going to be going back to the motherfucking mansion. Chris Redfield, or Redfield before the Roids, classic Resi. Did Jill playthrough last year in the original 1996 version. Now I'm going to be releasing, or uploading I should say, releasing, Jesus, sound like a music artist, a Chris playthrough. I'm a little bit bummed out, you might be able to tell, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about my speech being all over the place, but I'm a little bit pissed off with Vimms Lair. With this game, I can't really get into it properly because of the lag. And I might just Google if that's a common theme or issue with the actual default game, because if it is, it was released very poorly in my opinion. If it's just the emulator, I guess I can forgive it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.